Hey everyone, it's AG Reboots, and today I have 3 dolls with me that I bought from a lady on Craigslist, and they're a Tenney, Nellie, and an Elizabeth, who are all looking like they're in pretty rough shape, so I'm going to be doing a mini-series where I fix each doll up. So the first doll we're going to be fixing up today is going to be Tenney, who has a big stain on her cloth, is very dirty, and has a big chunk of hair missing in the front of her wig. But other than that, she's in pretty good condition, so let's get started. So as always, we are kicking off this makeover with a magic eraser, so I'm just going to be rubbing that all over her vinyl just to make sure it's all clean before we get on with washing the rest of her. So as I was cleaning her, I noticed that my magic eraser was turning a slightly pink color, and I'm pretty sure that's from when somebody tried to dye her wig pink and it accidentally transferred onto the doll, so that probably explains why there's that big stain on her body too. But that's okay because we got it all off of her vinyl now, and I'm hoping that it will get off of the cloth. And here's just what the magic eraser looked like afterwards. You can see it's super dirty. So next it's time to unstuff her, and this time is a little bit different for me just because she is one of those newer dolls, and so those have the zip tie instead of the neck string to hold their head on. And so all I'm doing here is taking a little pair of scissors and clipping away at the threads holding the cloth shut so I can expose the zip tie, and then I was able to cut it open and free her head. And then the next step from there was to just unstuff her so she could be washed. And here she is all unstuffed, so now we can hopefully work on getting that stain out. So here we are in my bathroom, and if you can see, I did do a sort of pre-treatment of rubbing alcohol on Tenney's stain, and then I submerged it into the soapy water to let it soak. So this is after the cloth has already been rinsed and dried, and I'm just going to be adding a neck string. 1, because I need some way to get Tenney's head back on, and 2, I feel like it gives the dolls a much nicer quality rather than just a zip tie. So here are the final results from washing her cloth, and you can see it looks so much better. The stains are completely gone, and I'm so happy about that. And then here is what the neck string that I added looks like. So then the next step is to just clean all the little cracks and crevices. You can see that in between the fingers here there was a lot of dust and dirt, and so I'm just taking a Q-tip and cleaning up those areas. And then as a final step to her vinyl, I'm just going to be taking this little nail buffer and buffing out all of her shine marks. Now that the rest of Tenney is ready, we just need to deal with her hair, so I'm just going to be taking some non-acetone nail polish remover and rubbing that along her hairline, and this just helps to loosen up the glue so that I can pry it off later. Now that I've let the nail polish remover sit, I'm just going to be poking around with my spoon at her hairline, and I'm trying to find a weak spot so that I can easily remove the rest of the hairline and then move around to the center of the head. And if I'm not having any luck, I'll just reapply the nail polish remover, let it sit, and then try again. Here you can see I've reached the center of the head, and so I'm just going to apply the nail polish remover to that spot and see if I can finally get the wig off. So here you can see I've finally reached the top and I'm almost done, so I'm just going to reapply the nail polish remover one more time, and then I'm going to let it sit, and then I'm going to just go in with my hands at this point and try and pry this wig off. So I finally got the wig off, and I always try to make sure that I don't tear the wig cap when I'm taking it off, just so that if I want to use it later, it's not damaged. So before we give Tenney a new wig, I'm going to put her back together, but first I need to take care of her stuffing real quick, and that means sanitizing it. So I'm going to be using this spray that I always like to use, and I'm going to let it soak into the stuffing just to freshen it up and make it smell nice. Now that everything's all cleaned up and ready, let's put Tenney back together. Finally, let's attach her head. And here she is looking so much better than before, but she still is not quite ready, so let's move on to doing her lips. So I've mixed up this color and I prefer applying my paint with a toothpick because I feel like it gives me the most control so that I can create a smooth lip. And here's the final result for the lips. I think it looks so much better. Finally, let's give Tenney some hair, and I actually made this wig myself, and I'm also planning on making a video where I show you guys how I did it. But for now, let's glue this wig on her head. Here's the final result, and I'm so happy with how she turned out, and so as a final touch, I'm going to be putting her back into her original outfit, adding these shoes and these earrings. Here Tenney is all finished, and I can't believe what a long way she's come. She looks so much better now, and just to prove it, here are some before and after pictures. So she will be for sale on eBay, and I will have her link below. And I do plan on fixing up the other dolls soon, so stay tuned for that. And who do you think will be fixed up next?